Hi Libra, welcome to your July 2021 Astrological Forecast. Before I begin, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to my channel. Check out my Ask Me a Question section below there in the description. And there's a link also to my website if you would like to have your personal chart done. And check out my weekly forecasts. So the month starts off with the Sun in Cancer. Where you have Cancer in your chart is your 10th house of career, your outer public persona, how you're known by reputation, professionally and personally, and how people view you and speak about you publicly. Okay? So it's your house of career, more or less. There's a new moon in Cancer on the 9th, and Mercury actually moves into this area on the 11th, and the Sun is just here up until the 21st. So actually, Mercury is still in Gemini just up till like the 10th, where you have Gemini in your chart as your 9th house. So there's possibly still some kind of communications going on there. Just those first 10 days, 9th house is a communication and travel house, but it's usually long distance travel or communication. It's also a media and publishing house and an internet house. So there could be something going on there that you're just, trying to shore up the last end of some kind of project or other, or some kind of publishing or arrangement or whatever of some kind that you have going on for you, because planets are now in your 10th house of your career and your public life. So, I mean, if you were trying to get attention, you will be getting that, especially when Mercury moves here on the 11th. It's just there up until the 26th, and it will move into Leo after that. So just very briefly, it's moving kind of fast. You might have some, I don't know, public speaking gig going on, or be interviewed for something or other, or be talked about, even if it is just on social media. Maybe you're being discussed. 9th house, where Mercury is just briefly, like I said, in Gemini, is also media house of newspapers. Okay, newspapers and magazines. So if you are a publisher yourself, or if you've done or written something or said something that would be in one of these things, a media, internet, or newspaper, or it could even be paper, an actual magazine, physical magazine. This is when that would occur, when these planets are in your 10th house of your career, and how you're publicly acknowledged in some way or other. So if that's what you were trying to get, was attention, then that's exactly what you're going to get. If that's not the case, you're still going to have more contact with higher ups in whatever company you work for. If you're self-employed, you'll have more contact with clients. Some of them may be possibly prestigious, but it's in a way might be more contact than you would rather not have. Maybe they take up too much of your time. But the new moon here on the 10th does bring a new beginning in this area of your life, of your career. Maybe you are being acknowledged for something that you've done within your career. If you don't work at all, or you're retired, there's still something, even about you, if you're retired, your past profession that people are talking about now. For some reason or other, it's had to come out, and maybe you're being acknowledged even again in a newspaper or something like that. Or if you are like changing jobs or looking for a new job or something, this is when you would be doing something like that. But when Mercury's here is when you'll be hearing back from possibly even a previous job that you might have inquired about. Okay? Now when planets move into like, let's see here, the Sun moves into Leo on the 22nd. Venus is in Leo most of the month on the let's see, on the up till the 20th. On the 21st, it moves into Virgo, but Mercury moves into Leo on the 27th. Okay, and Mars is here up until the 28th. So you have all these planets in your 11th house of socializing, your friends, your acquaintances, places you would normally go to hang out with any of these people. It's any kind of organization that you belong to. It's also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So you could be, you know, especially having Mars here since last month, made you a little bit more enthusiastic, you know, in, let's say, getting out there and seeing people. If you're not physically going out, you're online socializing on social media or something like that. But there could be at least one event that you would like to attend where you get to see all your friends, or the event itself is something that you've been wanting to do. If it's like seeing a live band or something like that, or going to a club that you used to hang at, whatever, something like that. But this being the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes, and having Mars here, it's a very energetic planet, physically energetic, so it does make you really want to get up and go after whatever it is that you want. So that's could be like your main goal right now, is trying to reach that goal, or at least one or many goals that you have, but you're enlisting possibly the help of your friends or new people coming into your life. You could be networking even at this time, trying to meet the certain people that could help you bring about your achieving this goal. Okay, so maybe you're even joining forces with someone or other, but a lot of your let's say hanging out and contacting friends and all that other stuff has a little bit of plan to it. You know what I mean? Networking. You would like to meet new people. Okay, but there's a reason for it. Not because you're bored with your current lineup of friends. Okay. So, there is a full moon in the sign of Aquarius, okay, on the 23rd. Where you have Aquarius in your chart is your 5th house of romance and fun and parties and entertainment of any kind, speculation, gambling, creativity. It's directly across from your 11th house of Leo and your 11th house of Friends. So around that full moon, maybe you are attending a party or some kind of other gathering or whatever, and something could come out at that time. A little bit of a conversation with someone maybe that you don't get along with. You may have possibly collaborated with them on some kind of creative project in the past, and you end up running into them when you're out somewhere. Maybe it didn't go well in the past, so they put a little bit of a damper on your evening, but not really so much. It's probably kind of fleeting even. The fact, though, is you have Saturn is in Aquarius right now. So you have Saturn in your 5th house of romance and fun and all this stuff, you know. Jupiter was traveling here with Saturn, okay? But just briefly moved into Pisces for like the past 2 months. But Jupiter is now moving back into Aquarius on the 28th. But for those few months when it was in Pisces, you got to experience what it's like to just have Saturn in your 5th house, okay? Because this will come back to you like next year, okay? Jupiter moving back into Aquarius right now will move in direct motion all the way till the end of the year, and then it will move into Pisces fully. Okay, so the only planet that you will have in Aquarius is Saturn. And having Saturn in your 5th house makes you very like serious about anything that you're doing that's creative or romance, anything that's this house governs. It takes on a very serious tone. So you could be really looking for romance that is someone that you could settle down with. You know, maybe you're looking to settle down and you don't want to just go out and date up a storm or something. Or if you're already married, you know, you could like really take stock in your relationship. Or sometimes Saturn just brings boredom. You know, you could discover that you're bored with this person. You don't even really have, you're more like friends than you are romantic. Like there isn't there's no romance in your romance, okay? But still, it's a nice, stable relationship, so you don't want to lose that either. But you need something. There's something going on here. I do have to mention, though, because this is the house of children, that if you do have children, they or even someone else's children, if you're possibly seeing someone that has children and you don't have children, they could be kind of a problem right now. They could be a deal breaker in your relationship, because there may be a reason you don't have children, okay? Not that you don't want them or you don't like them, you just didn't plan on having them in your life. So if you're dating someone that does have children, it'd be nice if they told you that right up front, right? Instead of springing it on you during like a full moon, okay, like this one. But I mean, that's just one of many, many things that could happen at this time. But to me, it looks like you're just going to run into somebody that was an old flame, or somebody that you were involved with in a creative project. And it could be out while you're socializing or online socializing. So it's not like a very big deal. It's just like, you're like, you could have done without it, you know. But it's not going to really, it's not that big of a deal. So, let's see here. Venus does move into Virgo on the 21st, and Mars moves into Virgo on the 29th. Where you have Virgo in your chart is your 12th house. Planets, you know, are moving in to this area before they move into your first house. Okay, so when planets are in your 12th house, you're like in preparation of some kind. Having Mars here, excuse me, I do have to mention that sometimes when Mars is here, like the 12th house is the house of secrets and actions taken by you or someone else. So sometimes, you know, you are doing something behind the scenes. It's a secret, or maybe it isn't a secret. Maybe you just don't think people are interested in it, or why do they need to even know about it? Okay, you'll tell them all eventually anyways when Mars enters your first house. But for the time being, you are doing something behind the scenes, okay? But a lot of times you may find out or sense even that someone is acting behind your back against you. They're undermining you in some way. They may be saying or doing something about you, but they are very nice to your face. Okay, that's what this is. This is usually a friend, but this is somebody, you know, what kind of friend is that, right? So it's somebody that you already know about, that you suspect is that kind of friend. You know, we all have someone in our life at one time or another that is like this. So this is your time now to, you could take care of it or whatever, or just blow it off and not even bother with it. But having Venus here also behind the scenes does kind of denote possibly a secret romance or even a secret attraction to someone. Or you could find out that you have a secret admirer. But whether you act on it or not is up to you, you know. But maybe you do, and maybe this is a secret romance that you really do want to keep from people for whatever reason. But usually it's because it's none of their business anyway. Okay. The best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Libra on the 15th, 16th, and 17th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Aries, and those dates are the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 28th, 29th, and 30th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 11th, 12th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for money is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 30th, and 31st. The best time for your career is the 8th, 9th, and 10th. And the best time for communication and travel is 6th, 7th, 8th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. So I hope you enjoyed your astrological forecast for July. Be sure to check out my weekly forecast. Remember to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next week. Goodbye.